Yes, people. Welcome back to a stream on the channel. Let me know if you can hear me down below. New setup incoming. Now, I do need to let you know, can you hear me or not? So just put like a yes in the chat. That would obviously be appreciated. Also, smash the likes. Get subscribing. We've got 25 people already in the house. I want 30 likes, people. 30 likes. Let's get them up. We've got big news to talk about. We're talking Wirtz. We're going to be talking Wirtz. We're going to be talking Kerkez, Isak. We're going to be talking everything. We got some bombers. So let's get to 30 likes. Let's get subscribing as well. Let me know if you can hear me though. Can you hear me or not? You can hear me. Okay. Let's go through some of the comments first. Fair enough. I'm confused. We'll be talking about that soon anyway. BBC Sport wrote an article, 114 million. Yeah, but one of them's euros, one of them's pounds. Yep. Medical is happening. Big up. Smash the likes, yeah, man. Got 40 people watching. Let's get 25 likes. 25 likes. What's happening with Wirtz? We'll be speaking about that. They have said something, and we're going to be bringing it up. I can hear you. Why hasn't Ornstein said anything about this lad? I think it really just comes down to he's probably not heard anything. Ornstein even said it's not done. Fabrizio and many journalists have, so it's not a deal. It's not a done deal until confirmed by official people. Well, is Fabrizio not official then? Is Fabrizio not official? Deal is in principle, but we can sort of do paperwork and media work. Just can't register pay player until Monday, as far as I'm aware. No, he can't sign the he won't be able to do any announcements until the window opens. But yeah, let's dive into the news. So, smash the likes, people. Get subscribing. Let's get into it. So, breaking: Florian Wirtz will have a medical check on Thursday, if not Wednesday. An experienced football broker told SZ this means Wirtz will complete the medical, which is mandatory, before signing a contract. And if everything is perfect, then he'll have achieved the goal he himself chose. So yeah, he is going to be a Liverpool player as long as he passes the medical. What's your name? Just call me by Reacts, bro. Just call me by Reacts. Just call me that if you want. Yeah, I'm not too fussed. Yeah, we want to poll. That's Let's run that. We've got 55 people watching. Let's get these likes up. But it's all agreed between both clubs and player, and they are interested in Quansah as a part of the separate deal. Yes, we are going to be talking about Quansah, mate. Don't you worry about that. Yes, we are going to be speaking about Mr. Quansah, because he looks like potentially he could be going to Germany. So yes, we are going to be speaking about that. Let's get up some more news. We're going to be live for like about 2 hours, I think. I'm thinking a long stream. Yeah, this is obviously more on it, that he's going to be doing his medical. And obviously, yeah, Sasha, he confirmed it last night. Wirtz will fly for his medical. That was confirmed. And if we go to the original tweet by Fabrizio, this is what he said. That Wirtz is set for a medical and contract signing. And obviously, it's already a here we go. So, people, get liking, get subscribing. This is big. We are one sub away from 1,510. So if you've not subbed, get subscribing, get liking to the channel. It's very important. You all do so. So yes, let's have a look at the poll. Will Wirtz get announced this week? That's what people are thinking. Will he get announced? I mean, we have to wait and see. So yeah, so here we go. I get why people are panicking. A couple of people have said, Ornstein, Joyce hasn't tweeted. I mean, Joyce hasn't really tweeted, but Ornstein has. He has come out and said that he thinks, the deal is close. I think this is what Ornstein originally said. David Ornstein, this is what he said. Let me find the tweets. By Leverkusen on talks over final stages. Second bid not rejected. I mean, there's been 3 bids. Dialogue continues to settle structure and payments. I'll inquire to LFC about Nunes. Yes, we also confirmed that they have an interest in Mr. Darwin. So, do you know what I mean? The tweet is from yesterday. We need something from today. Why would it get announced so late at night? I mean, normally big news comes out at that time. Do you know what I mean? You tend to find Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then your Fridays are your big days for when it comes to like big news regarding transfers. But yeah, people smash the likes with 3 likes, 3 from 30. So let's try and get to that in today's stream. Are we invested in Isak? We're going to be speaking about Isak later in the show, mate. Don't you worry. We are going to be speaking about Alexander Isak to Liverpool. Back in the house. Jeez, yes. Bro, we've got a new setup. We're building it. Yes. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the latest Liverpool content. This is mad, by the way. In the last 12 months, LFC replaced Klopp, appointed Slot, won the league, renewed Van Dijk and Salah's contract, signed Frimpong, signed Wirtz, close to signing Kerkez. In the past 12 months, we've been definitely the best well-run club. We're doing well on the books, off the books. We won the league. We managed to replace Jurgen Klopp, and we're signing 3 quality players to our team. Mad, innit? Absolutely mad. You won't think that a year ago, would you? So yeah, people joining the channel. Yeah, Wirtz is looking like he is going to be going in for his contract. And yeah, not contract, his medical, which, in my opinion, you'll see an actual announcement probably. When do I think you'll see an announcement? in my opinion, it'll be when the windows open, so next Monday. That's my opinion. This weekend will be all about his medical and stuff. Let's talk about Quansah, because if we're talking about Bayer Leverkusen are considering a move for Quansah as part of their squad rebuild. Any pursuit for Quansah, who is valued in excess of 40 million, would be separate from the Wirtz deal. Liverpool and Leverkusen in the final stages. Yeah, we already know that, but yeah, Quansah. Would you man sell Quansah? Chat, let me know. Would you sell Quansah for the right price? Let me know. Would you sell Jorel or not? Let me know. There we go. I've been watching compilation videos of this goddamn well play we have on our hands. Yep. Bro, we're going to be moving like a different beast next season. We are going to be an animal, I'm telling you. All we need now is a Zubimendi to snub Arsenal for Madrid, but it's starting to look like he's going to be a good season. City are going to be strong. Chelsea strength and Newcastle will be there, I think. It's going to be a competitive season, 100%. Yep, Arsenal are still. You would sell Quansah, smash the likes to 50. How many people we got? 50 people in the house. Yeah, let's get these likes up to 50. Come on. 50 likes is the aim of the stream. Mac compilations don't mean anything. They're meant to be flashy. I'd keep Quansah. He had a bad season just gone, but his talent ceiling is high. He's learning under the best. Yep. Yeah, I think we've all been watching them vids, man. He's class player. Can't wait for Salah Frimpong Wirtz link up. Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be beautiful. So Gomez, Quansah, he's young, has potential. Gomez is injury prone and older. What do you think will happen with Rodrigo? I think Rodrigo will stay at Real Madrid still. Liverpool 2-1. That's not bad odds, to be fair. But yeah, we are going to be speaking about him, Mr. Isak. We are going to be speaking about him. You know what we'll do is, right now, we're going to continue to talk about Quansah. We'll talk about Isak when we get to 50 likes, chat. That's a deal. Rodrigo will stay at Madrid. Yep. Rodrigo will stay at Real Madrid, in my opinion. Big up to whoever's just subscribed. We've just hit 1,510, so big up to whoever just subscribed, you know what I mean? It's not going away, Isak. Nope, it's not. When is Kerkez? Here we go. I think by the end of the week, you'll see a Kerkez. Here we go. In my opinion, you'll see a Kerkez. Here we go. That's just my opinion, by the way. Please, can you tell me what you know about Isak? I've been doing some digging around Isak, but we're going to talk through all the topics that I wanted to talk about, and then I'm going to talk about Isak when we get to 50 likes. I think is what I'm gonna do, mate, is the plan there. Add Maka Gapos or Bosley to that list. Can see some teams getting absolutely hammered. Yeah. Hey, we'll have to wait and see, mate. It's exciting times to be a Liverpool fan. Fabrizio also tweeted regarding I thought that was Valverde then. About Quansah. Mad. Sani's gone to flipping Galatasaray on a furry. Where is it? I saw about Quansah. Here we go. So yeah, by Leverkusen add I don't know how you pronounce that, Bade to their shortlist for new centre back in addition to Quansah. Bade pushing intentionally add one more named after the Quansah in a separate deal for Wirtz. Leverkusen will sign a new centre back to replace Tar. How much are we getting for Quansah? How much are we getting? How much do you think we're getting for Quansah? How much are we getting for Quansah, guys? How much? If we can sign Isak, I think that we actually do have a chance of signing Isak. But I'm going to explain my reasonings as to why later. Do you think Isak is gone to Liverpool? Yep. Big up to my community, man. Honestly. 10 subs from 1,520. So we'll see if we can push towards that in today's stream. We're 4 likes away from 40. Big up to every single person that's liked the stream. But yeah, we're going to be live for quite a bit today. If you want to jump on, I will put the link in the chat. And I'll also pin it as well. Let's ask a poll. Would you sell Quansah for 40 million? Yes, no. Let's ask that poll. Would you sell him? Would you sell Jorel? I honestly can't understand why Isak was taken to Newcastle when Newcastle realistically win the Premier League and Champions League. They need to massively upgrade their squad, or perhaps they've peaked. Newcastle are a big club, but they haven't got the same pull as LFC, in my opinion. Obviously. Like, of course they don't have the same pull as us, but yeah, we all know that, mate. You would sell him for 30 million. You'd sell Quansah for 30 million. 40 million with a buyback. No, it would probably be 40 million with a sell-on, like at 20%. Because we all know someone again in the future will try and get him. Do I think he'd be sold? I mean, Leverkusen are going to have a lot of money to spend. Now, I wouldn't in a couple of years. This youth will be elite. Invite. For people that want to join the show, we're going to be doing that in about 10 or so minutes. I think it depends on what defenders are available. Yep, mean, they are losing Jonathan Tah on a free. That's massive. 65 people in the house. Let's get these likes up, guys. Let's aim for 40 likes. Let's get them up. Yeah, we can get these likes up, guys. Big up to every single person. If you've not subscribed, make sure you are subscribing. There we go. No, I wouldn't in a couple of years this youth. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you about Quansah. Me personally, I don't want to sell him. I don't. I think he had a very good first season. Not the season just gone, the season before. And I think there is potential there. The only thing is with him, he's a centre-back that does rely on confidence a lot. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's been difficult for him this year at times. But I wouldn't sell him personally. Would you guys take Hato? Because Hato is a name as well. You know, Hato is a name that this club has been linked with. So I wouldn't be surprised if, if Liverpool have any inquiries or interests in him. I think he's one to, in my opinion, certainly, keep an eye out. Hato too short. I would love an Hickby, mate. But Mark Guehi, I would keep an eye out for Mark Guehi, if I'm being honest. I think Mark Guehi could be a name that Liverpool 100% look at. First game last season shatter his confidence. Yes, when he got hooked against Ipswich. Yes, you are correct. Yes, when he got hooked against Ipswich, that did seem to damage his confidence a bit, you could say. Yeah, but Guehi, I think, is a definite name. You could definitely keep an eye on. 2 of the 4, Quansah and Gomez leave. What do you think? Both of them leave? You think both of them will leave? Really? Do you actually think both of them will leave? Because I can't see the club letting go of both of them. I really can't. Why do PSG want Bournemouth centre-back from Ukraine? He must be good at passing, which is what we need. Yep. No, I think Slot only lets one go. I think he lets one of them go. I think one of them will be sold, and we'll bring in Jarell Hato, in my opinion. But I think we get the money for Quansah. You think Quansah goes in? You do? I just don't see what we'll be selling. I'd be shocked if, this football club. I can't see us selling him. I don't know what it is, guys. No. In my opinion, I don't think he will be sold. Love Gomez for years and service, but would sell him. Yep. Yes, I agree. I think now, I mean, how long has he got left? How long has he got left? Let me have a look. He's got 2 years. And how old is he? 28. Yeah, his market value's considerably gone down on it. 2 years left. I think we can get 25-30. Quansah, he's got 4 years left on his deal. So the thing is with him, he's got that market value ahead of him. So we've got that future planning of him if we was to sell him. Do you know what I mean? How many people have got in their house? 61. Big up to every single one, man. Let's try and push for 50 likes. Smash that like button. Get subscribing if you haven't already. What's the story about Isak? Are we really going to have a chance of signing him? We'll be speaking about Isak very, very soon, mate. I've said we're going to talk about Isak when we get to 50 likes. They could use Quansah as a part of any Isak deal, but Newcastle were interested in both Quansah and Gomez. Yes. And there was also interest in Jota. I want to save the Isak chat for later because I've got a theory about Alexander Isak. I'd go up to Newcastle. If I was Quansah, yeah, he would be a starter for Newcastle. Botman's got injuries. Shaw coming to the end. Newcastle need to start upgrading that defence, don't they? So, but I asked a poll, would you sell Quansah for 40 mil? 80% said yes. 20 said no. I'm in that no percentage. It depends because is Hato better than Quansah? Probably not. He's probably going to cost you 25-30 million. You've only made 10 mil profit. Like, if we were selling Quansah and getting Guay, maybe, because I actually do like Guay from Crystal Palace, me. Leverkusen is not good level. I mean, they won the league last year. I think he would suit the physicality of the German league. Yep. You are speaking facts there, brother. So yeah, aim more likes for 50, guys. Big up yourselves. Leverkusen minus Wirtz, Frimpong in Higby. Tar Alonso with a 10 hack. They aren't great. No. I can't blame Cons if you don't want to go there because of Ten Hag. But yeah, let's end that poll because it looks like it's comfortably people would be in favour of selling Quansah. I want to ask another question. Do Liverpool bring in a centre back? This. Let's start that poll. Do you think Liverpool will bring in a centre back? I want in Higby but can't see it. You'll want first team minutes. Yeah, that's a thing. He would want first team minutes. Would he be willing to come in and playing second fiddle to DVD and Kanai. I mean, how old is he? "23, man. He's 23. In 2 years' time, he'll be a starter for us. He's only just turned 23. So if he's willing to, rotate and stuff for the next 2 years, and knowing in 2 years' time when Van Dijk leaves, he'll be the main guy. I mean, that's something, I suppose. Yeah, let's get these likes up, guys. Come on, let's aim for 6 more likes in today's stream. What did I want to check? Let's go through some more stuff. Shall we? Yeah, this is what Plattenberg has had to say. Leverkusen are seriously considering a move. Exclusively revealed contract talks have taken place between Leverkusen and the players' camp and Liverpool, but no agreement has been reached yet. The potential deal is now seen as independent of Florian Wirtz' imminent transfer to Liverpool. The 22-year-old centre-back is high on the Leverkusen list, but Leverkusen are currently not pushing for that centre-back that I was interested in. So it's looking like, guys, he could be going. Quansah could be going. I think Leverkusen will be pissed off with us if we try taking Hippie as well as 3 of our best players in one window. Swap deal plus cash for Nickby. I'm doing it. I rate Nickby highly, man. I think he's going to be a beast in a couple of years. And I think, how long has he got left on his contract? And how much is he on, actually? Let's have a look. How much is he on? He's on 72 grand. He signed a contract late last year to protect that market value. Oh, guys, he's got a release clause. He has got a release clause. He has a release clause. Oh my God. Release clause, 60 million euros. How much is that? That's 50 million. I'm sorry. You sell Quansah and you're buying Hickby for an extra 10 mil. Boom. That's what you do. But when is that release clause activated straight away though? I mean, it don't say, it just says he's got a release clause, so. Oh my God, that's big. That's big. We'll speak about Isak, mate, when we get to 50 likes. I was reading how Liverpool have maybe been too particular about the centre-back signing. Like, we've wanted Cole, didn't sign. Wanted Huijsen, didn't sign. Centre-back, but who activated now? It's dog eat dog in football. Yep. I'm sorry. Leverkusen, cheers for Wirtz, cheers for Frimpong, yeah. But I want a hat trick. I want the hat trick. You're telling me we can get 40 million for Quansah, yeah? And this brother's got a 60 million release clause, euros, which is 50 million. Bruv, I'm activating that. I'm literally activating that right now. Does anyone know if that's a release clause that has to be activated in like a couple of years though? Because if that's activated now, how is no one getting involved? 50 million. This brother has been one of the best centre-backs in the Bundesliga for the past 2 seasons. It was unbelievable in the season where they won the league as well. How on earth are clubs not sniffing around that deal? People, if you've not subscribed, get subscribing, get liking. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go and get a drink. So hopefully if we come back and we're on 50 likes, we're going to talk about Isak and what the news is. And smash the like button and subscribe. I 100% sign in Nickby. Bro, Nickby's been my centre-back dream for the past 2 years. I know people talk about Bastoni and that. Bring me Nickby. Smash the like. I'll be back in a minute. Right, we're back. Let's get into some more of the chats. Hat-trick. Yep, man, bring me in Higby, bruv. He's got a flipping release clause of that price. I'm sorry. I'm doing it straight away. Bruv, in Higby. I didn't even know that. He had a 60 mil release clause. Surely that gets activated this summer. I can't lie. That stinks of flipping Chelsea, doesn't it? Oh God, how could I forget Bastoni? We've got to go for him into have no future. Yeah, but the thing is with Bastoni, one, they would want loads. Two, would he the only chance of that is if we brought in maybe I don't know, if we sold Kanai, for example. That's the only chance, I think, of that happening, if I'm being honest. Yeah. So what should we dive into next? Kerkez? Yeah, we'll do... What? I don't want to play for the Twitter Premium, man. Only weirdos pay for that stuff. Yeah, this is also, Fabrizio said, players love Arnie slots and having the chance to speak to the players. All of them love slots, and his approach slot made the difference in convincing Wirtz to come to Anfield. This is why I'm confident, guys, about the future of the football club. This is why I'm confident in what we're building. This is exactly why. Because what we're building right now is something for the next 5+ years, in the sense of lol. Yeah, lol to you. What we're building right now with Hughes, with Edwards, with Slots, the transfers that we're making, the structure of the football club. Everybody laughed at us last year when Jurgen left. Yeah, goodbye, kiss goodbye to title races and all this and that. Well, rivals can hold that, because we're guaranteed to be in a title race next year. These signings alone put us in a title race. We sign a striker, we win in the league. We sign a striker that can somewhat put the ball in the back of the net and score me 15 to 20 goals, we are winning the Premier League. Alongside with Salah, with Wirtz, your McAllisters, your Van Dijks, your Allisons, your Conor Bradleys in there, your Canates, Kerkez's, your Robertsons, Gravenbergs, Szoboszlais. These players will win the Premier League back-to-back, guys. I'm confident. Inter appointed Chivi barely any manager experience, just an ex-player. I feel bad for Inter. The Italian teams seem to have little money. It's been like that for a while, though, hasn't it, mate? It's been like that for a while. But, not many people backed Slot. A lot of people laughed at him. This, and that. And rivals are going to have to hold that. Because now, what we're doing right now at the club is something that every other club in the league wishes they had. And what we're doing is something we've never really seen before. Liverpool are signing, world-class super talents in Florian Wirtz. It's a fact. That is what they're doing right now. And, how can you not get excited by this news? I don't know. How can you not get excited, man? Like, I'm so excited, man. So excited. Barella, Martinez, Bastoni are all world-class. Dumfries and Talam are also very good. Yep, you are correct. That is correct. Who would I take, though? Would I take Martinez? How many goals has he scored this season? Because we'll be speaking about strikers soon. Martinez this season. Martinez has scored he's on 12 goals. No. What does that even mean? He's on 22 goals. No, I think he's on... Why is it like that? Let me type in like this. So, for Inter, he scored 9 goals in the Champions League. In the Serie A, he got 12 goals and 3 assists. His numbers did drop massively, by the way. He got 24 goals last season. In the Coppa Italia, he got no goals. In the Super Italia, he got 1 goal. Is Lautaro Martinez the name people would think? Because he would be too, I think it'd be too expensive. Sure, Salah guarantees 18 to 25. Wirtz gives us at least 16 goals. Sob 8. Frimpong 6. Gakpo 10. Maka. I think Salah will get you 20 goals in the Prem. Minimum. Wirtz, I think he gets 10 to 15. Szoboszlai, yeah, I'd agree with that. Frimpong, I think he can get a couple. Gakpo, I think Gakpo can score more than that. How many goals has Gakpo scored this season? Gakpo this season scored 10 goals in the league, 4 assists, 5 goals in the cup, 3 goals in the Champions League. I feel like his numbers can go up a level. I really do. I feel like his numbers can go up a level. Defenders 5 goals. Martinez. Yeah, Martinez. It's a bit of a sticky name, if I'm being honest. How many likes are we on, guys? 45. Let's get these likes up, man. Come on. Let's get these likes smashed. Smash these likes up. Get subscribing if you haven't already. He was crying the final whistle. Yeah, he has lost back-to-back Champions League finals. So I doubt he's going to be in a terrific mood. Do you know what I mean? I doubt he was going to be in a fantastic mood. Do you know what I mean, mate? But yeah, I want to ask. Yeah, I'm confident, guys, about this season. Like I said, back on track. I'm confident. I'm confident Liverpool retain the league. If we go and get a striker, even if it's a striker that can score me 15 plus, you can score me 15, 20 goals with Salah's goals, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, your Gakpos, your Diaz's. A couple of other players as well. Maka, I think, can get a few. I'm confident we are retaining that Premier League. Diaz, perhaps Marcus Thuram over Lautaro. I would not take Marcus Thuram. Do you want to know? I would take Jonathan David on a free. Go on then, we'll bring up the Isak stuff. So I saw this a couple of days ago. Liverpool keeping a close eye on Newcastle's contract negotiations with Alexander Isak at a potential move. Also, Anfield and Knowledge, a lot of people say, I mean, he is followed by, is that Fabrizio Romano he's followed by? I don't know. But I've seen a lot of people, talk about what Liverpool can do. And I actually agree with this tweet. Liverpool, Nunes, Quansah, Elliott, Tsimikas are all expected to leave early next window. That's 100. I think Tsimikas is getting us 15. Does that make 150? Tsimikas 15, Elliott 35, 50 million. Quansah 40 million. Yeah, I think 150 to 170, and then Liverpool will focus on a striker, a central defender, and a winger. I think defender will be Joel Hato. And then I don't think we get a striker or a winger. I think it will be literally just one or the two. In my opinion, I very much doubt Liverpool would get both, in my opinion. I don't see that. But I could be wrong, of course, But it's looking like, people, this next window, now we've got a massive chunk of our business done. It's now looking like the outgoings is going to be funded for the other positions. So your centre backs for Quansah will bring in a centre back. You sell your Nunes, your Elliott's, he funds your striker, and your Kellers, your Simicasses, that 10 mil for Trent, potentially another player. That will near enough fund a good half of what we spent this window. So this window we've already spent. So Wirtz 125. Frimpong was what, 130? Let me work this out. So Wirtz is 125. Frimpong was 30. That's 180. Kerkez is probably costing you 40, but a lot of that will be in add-ons. So it's not like we spent straight 220 million. In that regard, by the way, people, with 2 likes from 50, so let's aim to get those likes up, get those likes smashed on the stream if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed as well, subscribe to the channel. We're 9 subs from 1,520, so hopefully we can begin the full road to 1.6k subs, if that is possible. What else do I want to go through? Let's see what else we've got. So yeah, Wirtz is going to be doing is that, and also, yeah, Fabrizio. Yeah, he's already said about Quansah. Kerkez, guys, I think it's a matter of short time before here we go for Miles Kerkez, Fabrizio Romano reporting that. So yeah, it's looking like Kerkez is going to be the next one to be done. I think Kerkez, in my opinion, will be here we go by the end of the week. I think Kerkez is here we go by the end of the week, in my opinion. So then they're both ready for obviously the up and coming window that will, start to happen. So yeah, man, how can people not be excited by all this? Do you know what I mean? This is a really good time to be a Liverpool fan. You know what I mean? Absolutely brilliant time to be a Red, and the fun don't stop. The fun ain't gonna stop. Also the likes of Morton and that Phillips and Doak. Yeah, Ben Doak could be sold. Morton and Phillips. Isn't that Phillips' contract already up? Am I right in saying that his contract's up? Because a lot of them are up. Kai Gordon, man. He had that back-to-back serious injury, didn't he? He could have been a potential star. Lewis Kumas as well has got to be going on a free. Calvin Ramsey's got 2 years left. We've had him at the club for 3 years and seen like 1 game of him. Yeah, Reece Williams has got a year left. I won't be surprised if he's just, because we've loaned him out so many times to like Morecambe in like League 2. So Morton's contract's up, unless he just signs an extension so we can get a bit of money. Ben Doak, his contract's up, but I think that's just because of the loan. Because I can't see Liverpool letting Ben Doak go for free. Batic has got 2 years. Phillips will go on a free. Obviously, Madavashvili will come in this summer. Yeah, they've not updated Wirtz yet. Have they updated what Frimpong is on? Do we know what Frimpong is on? Jeremy Frimpong. He's not on this list yet for some reason. But yeah, I'd assumed him to be added very, very soon. Do you know what I mean? What's up? Big up yourself, brother. But who else could we sell for profit? Who else do I think we could sell for profit? There's a lot of players, mate. Big up N90 in the chat, mate. Mate, if you want to jump on, bro, I can send you the link. And we can, chat about the Reds for a bit. We're just talking about like outgoings and stuff like that right now. So if you want to jump on, bro, the link is pinned in the chat. Ramsey looked good. He could have been a player when he first came in. Injuries done him no favours. Yep. Yeah, because we got him from Aberdeen. And there was actually real potential with him because he could have played in midfield, right back. Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat for you, bro. Big up yourself, mate. How many likes we on, guys? We're 1 like from 50. So if you have not liked the stream, get liking the stream, people. Big up to everyone watching. I want to see. They are saying the first 3 signings is FSG player sales for the next. What's he saying? We could. So you think FSG funded these signings, and you think player sales are going to be the next? Interesting. So how much do you think we can recuperate then? Because if that's the case, I'm intrigued to see how much money we're going to recuperate. Because I think a centre-back is costing us 30 million. 30 million, yeah? If we can make 150, that's 120. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm not trying to get giddy or but you're telling me we can't just go in and slam that for fucking Newcastle. I'll keep Kumas, Doak, find loan spells for them again. Kumas was a talent. Same for Ben Doak. I've been chatting to a lot of Middlesbrough fans this season because there's one that actually goes to my uni, and I've watched a couple of games of him. He's got very similar trait guides to Michael Owen in terms of the raw pace, the power in the attack. I think we'll go for Isak if we sell Nunes. Guys, I don't know. I've got a weird feeling. Big up Young Blood, hope you're well. Thank you for the rating of a walk alone. Big up yourself, mates. Everyone, make sure you're smashing a like, subscribing to LFC Forever channel. I think he's on about 2-3k, so we want to try and get him his subs up and up and up and up. We're going to help out the Liverpool community, do you know what I mean? But we've got N90 coming on soon. But if you want to come on, bro, I can put the link in the chat, bro. You'll obviously be appreciated. Let's add him to the stage. What are you saying, bro? Can you hear me, bro? Can anyone hear him?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, bro. You well, man?
Always happens. It always changes in my mic when I'm on. When I get on, got my headphones on. But yeah, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm well, bro. Are you yourself?
Good. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Just come home from work and I heard there's some Quansah news going on. So
Yeah. I was literally in the gym and then I saw Quansah came up, so I thought I'll go home and stream in it. So
yeah, why not? Makes sense.
It looks like Quansah could leave. I can bring it up for you now about Jarrell, that a lot of clubs, or let's say a lot of Leverkusen are sniffing around him. and
Right.
Liverpool would want something around excess of 40 million.
That's music to my ears. 40 million is nice, you know, for Quansah. Do you reckon it should be more, or do you reckon that's a good price down?
He's got 4 years left on his contract. England
Oh.
international.
Mm,
Am I right in saying 40? I'm not saying 40 mil is cheap,
yeah.
but I'm sorry. English tax is already 15, 20 mil. He's got 4 years left. I believe he's only 21, 22. This is a centre back. When he came through, not last season, the season before, he was very good. I remember watching him in the Europa League, and he was really good. And last season, he was good at times, but I feel like the one thing with Quansah, I've said a lot of time, he's a confidence player.
Yeah,
And when he
definitely.
got hooked off at Ipswich, that killed his confidence for some reason. When he came
It
on
did.
for Canate,
It was a bit harsh from slotting it, but it had to be done. It had to be
yeah,
done.
100. Would you sell Quansah though?
For me, short answer, no. I feel like there's a player in there in him, and I agree with you when it comes to his confidence. Because when he first came through, people were calling him a nickname, which I don't agree with. They're calling him VVQ for some reason, but everyone was calling him Virgil van Quansah for some reason. Yeah. But to be fair, when he first came in, he was playing good football. So, and he even took Konate out of the team as well. So when he did that, I was thinking, oh, this guy could actually come in to replace Konate easily at the time. But obviously his confidence and then his ability started showing. I think he just needed more time at this level in football. So he's probably not quite ready to start for Liverpool. But I do agree with you now, thinking that 40 million for a talent of Quansah's level. If he had some Spanish surname and he was called like Pedro or Padro or something, you'd put an extra 20, 30 million on the back of him. So I do think it's fun to stay, but it's 100% profit for Liverpool, I guess, because he's come from the academy, I'm guessing, in that sense. But I'd keep him at the club for long.
Me personally, the way I'm looking at the situation is with Quansah. I'm like, are we going to be able to bring in a better centre back than him for the price? Do you know how last night on Big Up to Uncle Rod's,
Yeah,
go and subscribe to guy, by the way, guys, was talking about in Hickpy.
Oh yeah,
I've done some digging. Yeah. He's got 50 mil release clause.
I didn't know that. How did you find out?
I was just like digging around, around about Leverkusen, and I found out he's got a release clause activated from the summer. 60 million euros, which is 50 million.
So when the actual summer transfer market starts, that's when it's active.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're telling me we can sell Quansah for 40 million, put an extra 10 million, getting Hickpy?
Yeah.
Bro, we've got a hat trick right there, mate.
I know. I would take Hickpy from Bayer Leverkusen because he's a left-footed, centre back. And he'd slot straight into our team because he can play beautiful football, man. I like he's a silky player. Obviously a lot better than Quansah. How old is Quansah? Is Quansah like 21 or something?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, I think Hickpy is like 23.
Yeah, he's about,
I think he's about 23.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he's in the England under 21.
Yeah, under 21 squad. Yeah.
Yeah, he's. Oh no, he's just not long turned 22.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, but I think 40 mil is a fair price for him, in my opinion. Because you look, if players like Hato are going for 30, Quansah is easily 30 million plus.
Oh yeah, easily, yeah.
I would love us to get in Hickpy, but whether in Hickpy he would want to be that main starter at left centre back. That's my only problem. But then the way I look at it is we know Konate has injury problems. So when Konate's not playing, he's guaranteed the game's 100.
Yeah.
Cup games, champion. Then we can also I think we can also just rotate as well because we know in Hickby is going to be quality. So we can actually afford to rotate, maybe even give Virgil a rest, not having to just to rely on him all the time.
That's the main thing. We've had to. Virgil's played a lot of football, and it would be nice to get him some rest minutes on the pitch. For me, getting the player in, it's just raising our standards even higher. So, quality of the team, the drop off is not going to be too huge. So, I don't mind it, man. It's a good thing for me. I would like to get a bit more, but 40 million might be a fair price because he's not like he's a main starter at Liverpool. He does play quite a few games, Quansah. He does fit in when we need him. So, yeah, I'll be excited to see that happen.
Because I remember, was it, what game was it when we saw Endo play centre-back? Was it Brighton away? Because I remember Van Dijk didn't start.
No.
Because I'm thinking, right, we sell Quansah, we bring in Ikpe for an extra 10 million because the rumours are having, someone put in my chat, apparently these transfers are funded by FSG.
Yeah.
And the next lot are going to be by player sales. So I think we can easily recuperate 150. Use that. We can get a decent centre back in and then just spunk the rest on a striker. That's what I would personally do. But Joe Gomez has only got 2 years left.
Yeah.
So if you're going to sell him, you sell him now while
now's the time.
that
I heard
odds
Newcastle like him. Newcastle were very fond of Joey G last year in the transfer market. But I like Joe Gomez. He's just too injury prone, isn't it? Joe. So if we can get some money for him, if Quansah's 40 million, how much do you reckon we'll get for Joe Gomez?
2 years left, injury problems. He's only played about 8 games this season.
Yeah.
In the league. So I'm thinking probably no more than 25 mil.
25.
Like, is Gomez just one of those players where you just keep him around because the market value is too low?
It is. That's what I was thinking because he's a good player.
Yeah, but then if the club wants Juro Hato, we could sell Gomez for that price and then bring in Hato for the similar price.
Yeah.
And he's 10 years younger. And
his
can
injury
play
record as well.
And he can play at that left back role. That's why I could see a world like I've been really like deep in like the future of that area. Hato can also play left back. So when Robertson leaves, he could actually be the backup to left back. That's why I think he's our long-term Gomez replacement. You look at Gomez, how he's able to play centre back, left back, right back. Hato can do that. So he would be like a younger version of Gomez. But the thing is, I've seen a lot of people complain about his height being 6 foot. But then a lot of people take an Ikpe and he's like 6'1".
Yeah.
So it's
I'm not too fussed about the height thing, as long as they're technically good footballers in that sense. Because height is good to have in the squad, but we're gonna be a team that keeps the ball. It looks like in the future from the players that we're signing. So I don't think it'll be a detriment to the team as much.
Yeah, I'm not like I asked the chat, and a lot of people are in favour of keeping like Gomez, but then some people are pointing saying Endo at centre back. I'm like,
no chance, not happening. I don't want to see that.
You're telling me Canati or VVD goes down? Oh yeah, we'll just put Endo at CB. Don't get me wrong, I like Endo.
Yeah,
but we're not playing Endo as centre back, guys.
If it was for me, I'll sign 2 centre backs.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I'll sign 2 centre backs because we need proper cover. We need 2 centre backs. That's what I want. I would sign Hincapié and Hato for me. Those are the 2 centre backs I'd bring in. There is Diamante that's in. That he probably cost the most out of all of them.
I personally think if we're going to make 150, the club are not going to spend a big, large pile on that striker. I think the striker is going to cost us 70, 80. Therefore, that gives us 60, 70 to spend. We can get a Hato for 30 million. and Gueye.
I'll take Mark Gueye.
Because he's only got 1 year left.
Yeah, I like if I was to be honest, the other players do sound great and they are potential players and stuff, and they do. But for me, I do like the Prem proven players that come in from the Premier League, because they don't have to bed in. They already know the league, they already know the players, and they can fit in a lot more easier for me. But I don't mind getting one Prem proven and then one that's like on potentials on that one. So probably like I would say Mark Gueye and a Hato for me, because I feel like Hato has a more higher ceiling in my opinion than Nkape, and he can more versatile. He can play left back and centre back. So I do see. Where's Hato from as well? Is he from? He's not from Netherlands. Where is he from? What country is he from?
He's Dutch.
He's Dutch as well. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, Hato's Dutch. Yeah.
Why not? This you need to talk to him and just let him know. Yeah, come over here, man. We'll be fine.
Yeah, if I pull up where I found that about in Higby, I'll show you how I found it. So if you go on there, like this website, it tells you like clubs' wage bills. And if I find in Higby, he's only on 72,000 euros, and then release clause 60 million euros. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's 50 million quid.
Yeah.
For one of the best in the backs in the Bundesliga. And for the price, he's only 23.
That's the thing as well. He's got years on him left.
So in 2 years' time, he's guaranteed main starter. If he's happy to come in and play, let's say 25 games-ish, plus the cups, a couple of Champions Leagues in there, and 2 years' time, he's that main starter.
I think he would be, I think he would be. He'd probably want to challenge for a starter, but I definitely think he would be, okay, you know what, I can learn off, maybe Virgil, and then hopefully partner Konate, because Konate for me is a bit worrying. I don't fully trust him as yet. I know there's probably news out there of them talking about a new contract, but I do feel
Are you referring to like his contract situation?
Yeah, his contract situation, yeah. Because I'm not sure what he's actually asking for. How much money Konate is asking for? Why they don't want to pay it yet? Because for me,
I think he's only on 80 grand.
Yeah, but if I know what he's asking, then I could be a gauge to see what's going on. Because for me, he is quite injury prone. So if you give him
would you keep Konate with 200 grand a week?
Oh, that's too much. Konate on 200k a week.
Yeah, but you have to think there's a lot of wages that are going to be filled up this summer.
Yeah, that is true. But I was thinking, if he was available a lot, then I'll probably be like, it's worth it, because there's always a part in the season where he's out for like a month or two, but it's like sparingly each race. So I'm just looking at it thinking, do you want to give someone 200k that's not reliable in that sense? I think this has been the best season he hasn't been injured for a long period, and shocked we won the league. So
yeah, I think Konate this season he played 31 games in the league.
See, that's what I'm saying to you.
Last season he played 22. So he's jumped up. He played 4 games in the cup, 7 games in the Champions League. So he's played about. He's not far off. He's played about 40 plus games.
Yeah, see, that's what I want in my centre.
His numbers have doubled from last season.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it is cool, but it's because he's probably had a good year where he's probably think, no, I've had a good year. We've won the Premier League. I want to, get what my money's worth. But maybe for me, like a 150, 160 a week, it's not that bad. Maybe you think I'm being too harsh on the wages?
I think I won't say you're being harsh.
Yeah.
I think when you've got Real Madrid,
Fair enough.
PSG,
yeah, you get it. That's why you give him 200.
You have to think. Yeah.
I get what you mean. In that case, I guess you can give him the 200, but it's just the injuries, man. I don't like. But 200k will probably keep him at the club. Definitely What on maybe he'll sign another like 5-year contract? Do you reckon, or 4?
Yeah, just whatever he wants.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you have to think like Connor Bradley's got an extra $5,000 on him now. You've got Darwin Núñez on 140, so that's going to be gone.
yeah.
Kerkez is going to be gone. That's 150 gone.
Why is Chase on 150?
Madness. I don't know why.
How did he get that? Lit here now.
And then you've got flipping man like Luis Diaz on 55,000, but you got Chiesa on 150.
Yeah, but that's why Diaz wants to. That's why he's twerking for Barcelona, man. He wants to get that change now, man. He wants to
Yeah.
get some. I don't blame him because Diaz is the one person that deserves it. If you was to tell me who's the person that deserves the most increase in the squad, it'd probably be Diaz. Diaz should probably be on about at least. He should be at least on Chiesa's wage, at least minimum.
Oh yeah, Allison 150.
Yeah,
But he's a goalkeeper.
yeah.
So I'm looking at wages. 140 from Darwin, he'll be gone. Chiesa 150, he'll be gone.
Yeah,
Tsimikas 75,000, he'll be gone.
yeah.
Keller has obviously gone. His wages will be gone. Nat
Yeah.
Phillips and all them, man, they will all be gone.
Nat Phillips is still at the club.
Yeah, he's gone
Oh
on a
my
free. His
gosh.
contract's up.
Is he going to?
No idea, but I know he is saying his contract's up. So
Oh, we've got room for a lot of players actually in the squad if we get rid of these
I
players.
know. This is what I mean. Like the wages right now at the club, there's a lot of money to be freed, and that's why I think the club gave the reasonings as to why Virgil, etc. Got their respective contracts.
They got new deals. That's probably why Wirtz is apparently reported 355k a week. That was reported that he's on that. So he's what is it? He's our second highest.
He comes in with Virgil.
Yeah. I don't blame it though. You got to pay the premium prices. It is mad, but you got to pay them premium prices, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose. But the thing is, like, there's a lot of money to be made from sales, and that's why I think the club are doing that. Rebuild. Changing the squad, because there's a lot of dead wood that we can get rid of and bring in quality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like very confident, regarding, the summer. So do you think, would you agree in the sense of the rumours are that Liverpool are going to make like 150 this summer?
I would agree with all the players, because if Harvey Elliott's minimum 40 million, if you're selling Quansah, that's a million 40 million, that's the 80 there. And obviously we have, who else are we going to sell? Well, Tsimikas, or we could probably get like a
Tsimikas.
As well, 50 million. And then Núñez is probably going to be the most one that's going to cost us give us some money in probably around the region of 70, hopefully.
Luis Diaz as well.
Yeah, Luis Diaz as well. But the only thing is how much the other players are going to cost that we get in the club. Because if we sell Diaz, we need someone that's going to cover the left wing side. Yeah, I know we have Gakpo that can play there, but we're going to need a winger straight away. As well as I would like to get another midfielder in as well, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. But I want to see what's going on, because if we lose Harvey Elliott, we do need a cover for Salah, even though Frimpong can play right wing, and then we could put Bradley in. But I think Bradley will probably start the season, so Frimpong might cover Salah's right wing side anyway with the starting games. But we have a good setup in the team for different kind of games, because I'm liking the right hand side in Liverpool right now. It's just the left hand side when we get Kerkez in. I'm hoping that
100
goes on and on.
Like, I'm looking at the situation as in, like this tweet says it here. In my opinion, whatever centre back we sell, we bring in a centre back.
100%.
We use that money. So, like, me personally, I think it'd be Hato.
Yep.
If we sell whatever other players we sell, that will go to a striker and a winger, for example. But then I'm thinking it as in, if we're selling a centre back, that will fund the centre back. You're selling Harvey, that's 30, 40. You're selling Simicast, that's 15. That's like 50 mil right there. Darwin, 70. You're selling Chiesa for maybe another 10, 15.
Yeah.
You're telling me you can't use all that funds and just slap it on Newcastle for Isak?
I'd waste all that money on Isak, you know.
I would, man. I don't.
would. I think that's a guaranteed prem, you know. 100%. I just
And the
can't
thing
wait to see a striker up front that
exactly.
can score goals. Yeah.
These players that we're selling, it's not like we need them. The left backs, we're
Yeah,
fine. We're bringing in Kerkez, so we don't need Simicast. Elliot doesn't get used. Chiesa
no.
doesn't get used. Darwin, we're bringing in someone that can actually do what you can't do.
Yeah.
And I just think like, if not Isak, then knock on the door for Alvarez.
Yeah. The only thing is, those two deals are going to be the hardest deals. Those might drag out. Until deadline day. That's the only thing. Because those two clubs want to want replacements.
We actually buy one more big player.
What position? I think striker is the least, in my opinion. I have a funny feeling we won't get them. We do need one, yeah.
It depends. I've got a feeling about the left wing. I've said it all summer. I just don't think we go for a striker, because if the striker we've been told for months is the most important position, why have we not been linked with one?
That's what I'm saying. We would have done something by now if it was.
Now, I'm not saying like there could be stuff behind the scenes or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, if it was the most important position, you're telling me you're not going in for the striker right now. I just got a feeling that the left wing is going to be someone of an Anthony Gordon caliber.
I would take Anthony Gordon at Liverpool though. I wouldn't be upset if we signed Anthony Gordon.
If we signed Anthony Gordon, mate, we win the league. We win the league with Anthony.
I think people are sleeping on that signing. I've heard people say, "Oh yeah, but there's better out there." But Anthony Gordon for me is quality, man. He's quality. He's definitely quality.
I know people are saying he's not had a particularly great season, but what he's done in the past, his top 6 record is unbelievable. He turns up in big moments.
He does. Against Liverpool as well, he scored a few. So yeah,
like Rodrigo. I mean, someone said Nico Williams.
I'm not sure about Nico Williams. You know,
I don't rate him.
I'm not entirely sure about Nico Williams. You know,
like no, not Nico Williams for me.
Rodrigo's up there though.
I'd rather. Would you be fine with keeping Luis Diaz then?
Yeah.
So, like, if, for example, we sell Chiesa and Darwin by a striker, you're fine with the Gakpo and Diaz interchange that's been going on this season.
Yeah. I think that's one of the best. Well, other than PSG, they got Kvaratskhelia and Due. I mean, being on the left hand side, whatever it is. But Gakpo and Diaz, you can't go wrong with that one. You can interchange. They're both different wingers completely. So they can both affect the game when they come in different ways. I wouldn't be upset if we bought a striker and kept Diaz. I'm not opposed to that.
I've said it a few times. My concern with Luis Diaz is the fact that, can he put up the same numbers as last season? Because we've seen the inconsistent.
It's because he played up front, didn't he?
He's at that time. He's at that point now in his career where he's gonna want that pay increase in his contract. So it's like the situation we're in. What do we do? I think we need to decide is stick or twist, because David Ornstein even confirmed that we're not even looking to maybe even give him a renewal, and you're like, I think that's just stupid because that's 200 million right there.
I think it's because he's 20. He's gone to the age of 28, and there's probably something we don't know that they've probably identified players that can come in, and maybe be more effective than Luis Diaz. Because I know that the fan base, some of the fan base is split. They don't want to see Diaz on the wing anymore. They'd rather see him up front, playing in that kind of false nine role, because he had good games and played up front this season. And him and Gakpo's been able to interchange when they played together. So I can see it from both sides, but if he was to sell Diaz, it'll be good money. We'll probably be getting a region of 80 million plus because Barcelona are interested in him. But I think that's where he wants to go. He wants to go Barcelona. That'll be his destination.
I don't think we would stand in his way if he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is, I've got a feeling that just Barcelona aren't going to be able to afford him as well. That's another thing. Like, I don't think the club will really care about if you want to go there or not. We have to do what's ultimately right for us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. That's what we're trying to get. Liverpool are trying to twerk to give the Saudi, the players into Saudi because we're trying to get Nunes off to Saudi, but it looks like Nunes doesn't want to go to not Saudi at all. Same with Diaz. I think they want to stay in Europe because they still feel like they got stuff to still things to go. But
big up JP in the chat, man.
Oh, JP, yeah, well, big up, man.
Yeah, big up yourself, bro. If you want to jump on, bro, I'll shoot you the link. In the chat.
Yeah, I won't be on for too long, but I just wanted to jump on today to continue our chat, man. Yesterday was fun.
Yeah, man. I can't believe Uncle did like 5 hours.
Yeah. It flies by, dude, when you're there talking about stuff. We started talking about boxing after as well, which is fun.
Yeah, if you haven't watched that stream, guys, make sure you go and
tune into Uncle Rod's, man.
Watch the stream, man. It was quality. Start talking about boxing, flipping random stuff to transfers. It was mad, man. That's what football does anyway. So
yeah.
But so with the window now like closed, do you think? What's your predictions for the next window?
I think the next window, obviously, we know the mainstays are going to come in. Wirtz and Kerkez comes in. I feel like we will sell Harvey, sell Quansah because we're dealing with Leverkusen at the moment in time. Elliot, I'm sorry, I said Elliot already. Tsimikas will go out. I'm not sure if Nunes. My one thing is surprise thing for me this season is that Nunes might stay another year. You know, that's my one surprise thing. I know it's hard, but I don't feel like there's any club that's going to. Because we'd hear more focus on clubs in Europe talking about wanted to buy Nunes. I do think another thing is that I think we'll probably get another midfielder in. Because you remember you shouted the Tuchemani one last night. That was a good shout. Because now Valverde's going to move into the midfield. Tchouameni might think, "Oh, where am I going to play?" Because they bought Hoyson because Hoyson's going to play centre back, so he's going to bench. So he'd come in our team, and he might even start in our team. So that's another shout there. But it's a bit confusing because we do need a winger, and we do need to get a backup replacement for Salah. So man,
big up yourself, bro.
So I'd like.
We're just talking about Darwin and that. I'm in the same boat as N90. I can't lie, I'm a bit concerned.
Yeah.
About the Darwin situation because he seems like that kid in school that's just, it's just like, sod off, man. Like, leave me and my mates alone. Like, go make some new mates. Like, and he's saying no to Saudi. And my worry is that where else in Europe are going to pay a decent fee? I'm only selling him to Atleti if they come in with decent money and say, look, we'll have him, you guys can have Alvarez, and obviously we'll give a bit of cash up front.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling, JP, about
Afternoon, guys. Again, what afternoon here in Trinidad? I don't know what time it is by you, right? Probably night time.
9 o'clock. I think 9 p.m. here.
Yeah. Pick up the chat. Remember to smash the likes and subscribe to these guys. Me personally, I do see the problem of probably 80 million plus Nunes for Alvarez. Even if we could do 90, get some and Nunes just to get Alvarez, I do see the big issue there. But I think because it's the striker market is very difficult. I think Atletico wants a world-class striker to be on their books. So I do think they will get rid of Alvarez and bring in Nunes, because Nunes is like a number 2, soon to be number 1 if he proves his potential, right? So that's the reason why I do think they want to make Alvarez leave. I understand Nunes because he's young, and Saudi is for like retired players or players off their peak, and players who just looking for money and that kind of stuff, and he wants to win the big trophies. So I understand why Nunes may not want to go to Saudi, but he has to understand that he's not really one of the best strikers in the world right now, and not much teams would want to buy him, right? And especially for the money that we want to sell him for. So it's a difficult one. I'm just fearful that we don't sell him and we have to keep him for another year. And
so I think that's going to happen. I honestly think. I'm thinking it might happen. I don't think teams are going to probably waste that money on Nunes. So I think we're going to be stuck with him. I think we'll probably get another winger in, and a midfielder, and a centre back if we sell Quansah. I think what Liverpool will do this year, I think we'll sell players and then bring in the same amount of players back, but bring in quality instead of like quantity, which we had at the moment. So that's what I'm looking forward to. If we get Henkape, what we were discussing before we came in, he's got, apparently for Ajax found there's a website. He's got a 60 million euros release clause,
right?
That starts in the summer transfer market when it opens up. So that could be one right there that we need to get in. So that will be good. I'm just excited for the season to start, man. I just want to see Wirtz and all those players in the kit first, and then let's talk about that one after. That's what I'm trying to see.
Reason one. So 150 million plus for Nunes, Quansah, Elliott, Tsimikas.
Yeah.
That's not bad,
That is not bad, yeah. I just put all that all towards the Isak, There's Isak coming, Newcastle to state.
But no, if we sell Quansah, then we have to keep Gomez.
Yeah, I don't see us selling him, because if we sell Quansah and Gomez, I don't think we're going to sell both. It's either or. So, and I think most likely the one that they're going to sell is Quansah, because he has the more of the value at this moment in time. But if we sell Quansah, we have to get a player that's not injury prone that comes in. Because we need to. That person that replaces Quansah is going to play at least 25 games in the season. When he comes in. So.
Yeah, because Konate, even though he played much more this season, Konate is still kind of injury prone. So I and then we were blessed with Van Dijk not being injured this season. But I think the way Van Dijk plays, he's more cool, calm, and collected defender, and he's experienced enough not to get injured. I think Konate, and they because of the type of defender Konate is, because you usually see Van Dijk don't rush into tackles, he doesn't overcommit and that kind of stuff. And think Konate is still kind of rushing into tackles, overcommits at times, but he's still learning his craft. So me personally, Konate and Van Dijk is 1 and 2, but we need a backup because the amount of games we're going to be playing this season, we really need a quality centre back to come in case one of them goes down.
For me, I was saying to Foot Reacts earlier, I'd buy two. And my two centre backs I'd buy would be Hato, because you can get him for around 30 million.
Yeah.
And then and he's obviously Dutch as well, you know, bring some more Dutch players to the club. And then my outstanding centre back I'd like to get would be Henkape after. I think we need to get two centre backs in though. I think we do, because the quality of drop off sometimes is too much in games. It's too much in games. And that's what keeps you from winning or losing trophies, man. Those one off. We do have some good youth talents coming through. So there is like Trey Neone and stuff like that's coming through.
I was going to mention him last night because I think he's a talent.
He is a talent. You got him. Yeah. He just needs to bulk up a bit. He needs to put on a bit more, a bit more like muscle or something. Because he's growing though. He is growing. So I'd like to see him get a few bit more game time because his talent is ridiculous. And then who's the left winger we had? The one that came on against Accrington Stanley. The young boy, he was like 16.
Yeah,
we got him from Chelsea.
And
I forgot what his name was. Rio. Is it named Rio?
It's not Rio.
We got him from Chelsea. Oh, I think you tutors put it in the comment. His name. He looks like a ball hugger. He called him a ball hugger. But yeah, he looks like he's one for the future as well. You can even give him a few minutes here and there, So the future is bright with this young talent coming in the squad. What do you guys think about Morton? Tyler Morton, yeah. Would you keep him at the club? You think his pants? What are you, JP?
Send him on loan.
Yeah.
Because of Wirtz coming in, and we have Curtis Jones already there. I think we have enough cover there, so you can send him on loan. He's a talent.
Yeah.
So I'm not against him for the future, but right now it will be different. I'm not seeing anything other than FA Cup and Carling Cup games for him right now.
He come out and said that he wants to think about his future as well, because he was a bit. I think he was a bit annoyed he didn't get more looking at Liverpool.
I think his contract's up.
Is it?
I think.
Whoever gets him is going to get a free good player, though, a decent player that comes.
I'm not sure. Yeah, Rio is a baller.
Yeah.
He looks like a proper talent. I remember, was it Accrington he played?
Yeah, Accrington.
And apparently he was cooking some of the first team players in training that I heard.
He's got that raw talent, man, that raw dribbling.
He was definitely a certain 66 that he was cooking in training. But yeah, you can go and get cooked by Mbappe and Vinny in training. So bye to you, mate. But I just seen on Twitter though, apparently he's not having Alexander Arnold on the back of his shirt anymore.
It's just Trent, innit?
It's just Trent, and he's having number 12.
Yeah. When I saw the team sheet in it. Oh yeah.
That's what you do when you go to Real Madrid. You try to build the brand, innit?
Yeah.
But he could do what he wants.
Yeah.
What do you guys I wanted to ask you, JP, because I spoke to N90 about it earlier. What's your predictions for the next window in terms of incomings, outgoings?
Well, I'll just use what you all have here so far. Me personally, I don't think Quansah leaves unless it's a very good offer we get in. Because Gomez is injury prone. Unless we bringing in Hato or one of these other centre backs. I could see Nunes leaving. I could see Elliot, Timikas. I was supposed to mention this guy from Middlesbrough. He was on loan, I believe. Ben Doak. Right. So you could add him there. I think he will bring us some change too as well. So I'm thinking like 1, 2, 3, 4 outgoings so far. Right. That'll be Nunes, Doak, Elliot, Timikas for sure. And We'll have to see what the priorities of Liverpool is going forward, because I think I hear more ramblings now of Isak or that kind of big striker coming in, right? I've seen it too much popping up on the thumbnails and on the headlines of people's streams. So it means that if it is that's happening, it means that maybe some of the talk is kind of spread. It could be rumors too as well, but just to get content out there. But I think probably two more players coming in. Defender, centre back, who could probably play left back as well. So that's why Hatter would be perfect, because he could play centre back, he could play left back, and probably a striker. I don't think we will be focusing on bringing in that type of midfielder right now, because of the cover and stuff that we have in midfield. And remember, we taken inspiration from PSG as well. You know, PSG didn't have an out and out central defensive midfielder, right? So they basically had guys who were ballers, basically. And when you look at Barcelona as well, Barcelona doesn't really have that type of physical central defensive midfielder as well, and they did well too. So I think we looking at more the lines of keeping our midfield and trying to shape our midfield for the future to have those guys understand how to play together. And I think the four names that I call there going out, and probably a striker and a centre back / left back coming in.
For me, I'm in two minds. We only bring in a CB if we sell.
Yeah.
And I think we bring in a forward either way anyway, in my opinion. I'm not too worried regarding that. But do you think there is a chance of Alexander Isak or a Julian Alvarez? Because you have to think the money that we are going to be recuperating.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some rumours are going around that a lot of people think these signings were sanctioned from FSG, and the up and comings will be from player sales.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, that's interesting, because surely there is a chance of an Isak and Alvarez, because I know I said last night I don't think that would happen. But now I've deeped it, I think I think we get a quality striker, guys.
I think I think Isak is now possible with the type of signings that. So the project is, so this is how I see Isak thinking. Isak is looking at Newcastle squad and he's looking at Liverpool squad. He's in Champions League, yes, but he's saying, which team could I possibly win big trophies in the coming seasons? And because remember, he's getting older as well, right? So he's coming to his peak. And him looking at Liverpool saying, Salah is there, Van Dijk is there, they brought in Frimpong, Kerkez, they brought in Wirtz. If they add me to that puzzle, right, there is a definite possibility that I could have a Champions League in the next 2 years, rather than me staying in Newcastle, right, and trying to win a Champions League or a Premier League. So he will look at that project and say, Liverpool building something here. Liverpool has the money. Look at this here. What I'm watching on the screen, I'm seeing 150 plus. And that's, no, we didn't even include Ben in there, right? So that is enough. Let's say roughly 125 for Isak, right? Because I don't think we break in that transfer record with Wirtz anymore. So let's say 125 for Isak, right? 130, 135 max. That is coming out from the outgoings money that we get there. And I could see it being possible that Isak had been turned and he's sending a transfer request. I mean, Newcastle fans will be angry, but he gave them their all last season. He got a trophy for them, right? Look what Trent did to us, right? Trent is a local lad, and he left to go and play with Real Madrid. So Isak, who has no really strong ties to Newcastle, wants the big express that he wants to win Champions League and win the big trophies. Look at the project that happening in Liverpool. I could see his head turning and be bringing in Isak and Wirtz this year. I could see it happening. Alvarez, on the other hand, is a little difficult because, as I said before, I do think they want Nunes, because I think who's the next striker in Atletico is start with a S.
Off.
Yeah,
man.
He's not a starting number 9. So
and he just signed a 2-year contract.
Yeah, so I think Atletico would want to compete in their league and in Champions League. So I do think they want to get rid of their marquee striker unless they get in another one. And so yes. Me personally, I think there's a great possibility now that we could get Isak with the money that we're going to get in, and his head will turn because of what we're doing. What striker? Look at that project that we're building there. We'll look at that project, right? Imagine Isak coming into that team. Tell me which team is going to beat that team besides Barcelona, Real Madrid, and PSG? There's no other team that could say they could compete with us going head to head with that lineup.
That Liverpool, if they signed Isak, they would go unbeaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not crazy to think. He has to be fit for all 38 games, though.
Yeah.
If he's fit for 30 plus.
Yeah.
Let me see how many games he played this season.
I think this season's the most games he's played.
He played 34.
Yeah. This season's the most games he's played. He wasn't injured as much
in
this
the
season.
EFL Cup.
Yeah.
So he was last season. He was 34. Season before that was 22. So he's he's getting past his
injury phase. Yeah.
Problems that he's had. So, but if he was, here's one, lads. Right. So let's say we get 150. One question go. Left. This could be a winger. This could be a striker. Who's your top 2 players that you think Liverpool will sign? And for people in the chat, I am going to come back and read the chat, by the way. We're just having a discussion.
Yeah, right. Ideal signing, Isak, striker, number 1. Winger, for me, Barcola. I don't know if it's realistic, but for me, left winger, there's something in Barcola that I see. But I know there's Rodrigo, but there's something in Barcola that I see that's this dangerous. And he's what, 21 or 22 or something, Barcola. But I'm sure you guys have a different opinion.
We actually would win the quad if we had Isak.
Yeah.
Barcola, no. JP?
Isak and a stopper. Hato. Isak, Hato.
Isak and Hato.
Yeah. I think we keep Diaz and Gakpo.
I'm keeping Darwin Núñez and Nah. Big up to yourself, bro. Thanks for tuning in. My dream striker, Isak, left winger, is Anthony Gordon.
Oh yeah, you said before, yeah.
People in the chat who know, man.
You had to pick one from Newcastle, man.
Can't have both of them, yeah.
Can't get greedy, no, man.
Listen,
How greedy, man.
Yeah, greedy.
How greedy, man.
Hey, bro, we're taking 2 from Bayer Leverkusen, so
Yeah, but I mean,
Newcastle wouldn't definitely not allow that.
yeah, for sure.
They would not. It's either one or the other, and I know I'm taking Isak.
Yeah.
No. Me personally, do you want to know what I'm doing? No, real talk.
Yeah.
I'm signing Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund.
Wow.
They've got proper potential.
That'd be amazing.
What, Garnacho and Højlund?
Some news. No, I was just that Isak hasn't. Yeah. I just see some news though. Apparently, if you go to X Transfer News Live, they said that Liverpool held talks with Victor Osimhen before he rejected the move to Al Hilal. I'm not sure how credible it is, but it shows a source on there.
Wait, what's the account called?
It's called Transfer News Live. That's the
Transfer
one that's
News Live.
yeah. If you keep scrolling it, keep going, it should show it after this one. There.
Liverpool have held talks with Victor Osimhen before he rejected Al Hilal. I could see it. And I actually don't think the wages will be too much because if we're moving in that direction now, lads, where we're starting to give the wages what players want with your Wirtz, not your Darwins, your Wirtz, now his wages will be free. Wirtz, VVV, Salah. Would you give Victor Osimhen 250 grand a week? Yeah, and that's the thing. Big up to Matty for that. Osimhen is a problem. We do have it. We do that dickhead test at Liverpool.
Yeah,
where
you can't do that at Liverpool.
You know, we don't. You don't come. And man, Osimhen will be a bad boy, but
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he will get the chances for sure,
and he'll cost less. He will score. He will score goals.
He will score.
You know, would you?
And he is a name.
Here's one. Osimhen or Julian Alvarez?
Julian.
Alvarez for me.
Julian for sure.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm taking Osimhen.
Alvarez.
As an actual overall striker, I think he's better. But a player, Alvarez is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alvarez or Isak?
Isak, man.
Hold on. Let me see Alvarez age. How old is Alvarez?
Probably like 25. 24,
How old is Alvarez? I think he's
25.
Like... Yeah. He's 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
How old is Osimhen then?
Osimhen, he's like 26, 27.
That's not bad though, man.
I think if I had the option, I think I would go. I'll go Alvarez because of the age. He fits the system more, right? I mean, Isak is a killer, but I think Alvarez could link up the play better than Isak.
Yeah, 100% agree.
I always look at the things like he's playing with McAllister for his country as well. So you have that kind of link up already there.
Apparently those two are besties.
Yeah. So I always look at that as a factor too. Yeah. Right.
I didn't know that.
But like it depends. And Alvarez doesn't really get injured that much to Isak.
Yeah.
Isak's injury record is a factor too for that type of money. So Alvarez will cost less, right? He's
I think
50%
Alvarez is
better.
probably the more
Yeah.
achievable deal due to the fact of, you know, you could probably give them Darwin if they have an interest in Darwin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna say, but with Osimhen, I feel like he'll be more of a number 9, as in a target man. But I feel like having Osimhen up front, he's gonna be a handful for the other defenders because he's strong and he's a bit bullyish. So if you see the team sheet, you see Osimhen up front, they're gonna go, "Oh, it's a long day," Do you know what I mean? So if they keep off him, he can actually turn and do some things, get in between the lines and work defenders. And if they want to, try and get up beside him and try kind of be on the bullyish thing, he can hold his own as well. And he's good at aerial threat. It's good aerial threat as well. So it works. It can work in both ways. Alvarez gives you something different, and so does Osimhen. So either or, it's kind of a win-win. If you know what I mean. They both give you the best of different things. But I do like Osimhen as well. That he can even be. He probably get quite a few assists, Osimhen as well, actually. From being a target man as well, holding up the ball and laying off Salah or Wirtz, whatever it is. I can see him fitting in well. Liverpool's team. The only thing is he has got a little bit of reputation of being kind of a hothead. He wouldn't at Liverpool can't really do that. He's gonna get found out very quick or told off very quick by the senior players that are there that this is not how we do stuff at Liverpool. But I think he will be respectful coming to Liverpool though. I don't think he's gonna be how other reports are out there. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll fit in well.
I doubt the rumors about Victor Osimhen, in my opinion. I think the most likely striker is probably Hugo Ekitike.
Oh, 400 million? No chance. I don't want it for 100 million.
Euros.
Oh, it's in euros. What's that? 80?
80 million?
Oh, no. Nah. Not when you got players out there like Kerkez, Osimhen, and that I feel like it's already, even though TK is young and he's got full of potential, he could be one day be a great striker. I just feel like right now there are much more better strikers that would do us better in the next 3 or 4 years than him at the moment in time. Because if he comes in, does he even start for Liverpool?
What, Hugo Ekitike?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
He starts.
I mean, according to Plettenberg, we're still in the race and it's a once to watch.
Yeah, I know Chelsea are still. Chelsea are very fond of him as well at the moment.
Apparently, Ekitike misses more chances than Nunes. The thing is, I think Ekitike's got good link up and good hold up play and stuff like that. Which over time, I think Ekitike, I think he's only 21, so he can still improve.
Yeah, he can work on that, man.
Whether people want to do the whole project.
Yeah.
We had Project Nunes and it didn't work. So do you want to go for another project? You know what I mean?
I wish we actually got Liam Delap.
I said that. I thought he was a good baller, but I know some people like, nah, he's not.
Where did Delap is man? Where he went to?
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Okay.
Just signed for Chelsea. Yeah.
Okay.
Just signed for Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Oh man, missed out on that one. He's only about 30 million.
I know. I just it's gonna be interesting though, lads. Apparently Kostas Tsimikas is likely to leave Liverpool. There's some of interest from Wolves.
Yeah, they need a replacement as well.
Forest.
Yeah.
And abroad. I reckon we can get 15 mil for Simi.
Yeah,
I agree with Matthew though.
What? Yeah. Okay.
That we should be at the top table now. Like
Yeah.
We're shopping in M&S, not M&S. We're shopping in Waitrose and all that. We're not shopping in the local Premier. Like this is this is
Yeah.
big things now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, man.
I'm still
This is the
sticking.
time to sign players. This is the time.
It's exciting to have both.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting to be a red. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Leeds want it. Him too. Okay. I didn't know that. I just seen news that Arsenal want Arsenal in advanced talks to get Gokares it now.
Where's
Apparently that's going everywhere. I just saw Terry from the Football Terrace. He went live about it, so it must be true. I'm not signed to anyone's. I'm not to any Arsenal link on X. I haven't seen it. I just saw on his his stream about Victor Gokares advancing.
Let me have a look.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was going United.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I thought. He'd be stupid to go United though.
Yeah, for sure.
85.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's an 85 million release clause.
Release clause. There's no gentleman's agreement. Oh.
Are you? Would you take Jokeres, JP, and N90?
Yeah, because his goal record proves it, innit? He's not coming in like not proven, but I do like him because anyone in our team, any of the top strikers that will be reported around would come in and do well.
Yeah. With the team that we build in, I think any striker coming in that has that confidence and an eye for goal will score goals.
Yeah.
Right. It's just my worry is Victor that type of player that could stand the pressure of leading the line for a big club. Right. Because remember, that's a different ball game we're talking about there.
It's different type of pressure,
different type of pressure. Playing for Sporting, playing for lower clubs. You know, these teams could give you a bad week. In Liverpool, you can't have a bad half, right? Or else the fans and the media on you, right? So the pressure for the strikers coming in, I'm just worried. Could they sustain that killer instinct to play at a big club? And that's my only worry, because they will get the chances, they will get the opportunities. Look at Nunes. We didn't have we had good teams over the years, but like look how many chances we were creating for Nunes, and he wasn't providing us with the goal. So we get in a full new system, a full new range of opportunities to come from the left, the right, through the middle. So it's just for the striker that coming in to have confidence and to finish the chances.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like Mike said, whoever we get, it's just an exciting time to be a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, 100.
When have we ever had a successful season like we've had, winning the league and done business?
Yeah.
In the summer where we're all like, whoa, we can retain this. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Exciting times, man. But by the way, people, anyone that's in the stream, smash the likes, subscribe.
Yeah, everyone
also, subscribe to N90's YouTube channel. I think he's... How many subs you on, bro?
I'm on 18. I got a few yesterday.
So, yeah, we want to... Let's try and push him up a couple of numbers. JP... I keep saying it, bro.
Don't worry, bro. Coming soon.
You haven't started it yet. Oh, yeah,
coming soon.
Start your channel, friend.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, you've got the... What would you call your channel, though? Bob?
Probably something relating to Trinidad and Liverpool.
Did you say you're from Trinidad? Call it like Trinidad Scouser or something like that.
Yeah.
What we say here in Trinidad, we call ourselves Trini for short, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Trini, man.
So, yeah.
Trini Scousey or something like that. JP Reds. No, bro. No, JP needs a channel, man. I said it from the first time I spoke to him on my channel. I was like,
Yeah.
I spoke to you for like an hour. I can already tell you need a channel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Next time to start a channel, bro, as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, Trini lad. Trini red. Trini Reds. Hey, there is potential with the name.
Yeah, I'll check it over. I'll check over the streams and this stream especially and check out the names and and test out a few.
I put my link in the chat. I'm not sure if anyone can see it. If they see it, yes.
I think because hold on, I can put it in. I'll put it in the bio as well.
Yeah.
I'll put in the link in the description.
Cheers.
As well. Anything more you boys want to talk about or get off your chest about the Reds?
What's your formation for next season then?
Formation. I would like JP go first on that one. I think. I've pinned it in the chat anyway. So anyone that's in the chat, drop a sub to N90 people.
Yeah, remember to subscribe, guys. Come on. For me, what we have right now, I see two possibilities. So I see we start off as a 4-3-3, right? So I'm just going what we have right now in the squad. So we started with a 4-3-3, Kerkez, Frimpong, Kanate, Van Dijk, the regular midfield, Sabazai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz playing the false 9, and Gakpo and Salah on the wing. Us on the wing, right? Then in game, Gakpo and Salah comes in, Wirtz goes in the 10, and we play a diamond in midfield, and Kerkez and Frimpong running the wings, right? And McAllister or Gravenberch and Sabazai doing the covering for Frimpong and Kerkez, right? And Salah and Gakpo playing inverted forwards where Wirtz will be playing in the 10. Right, so that's what I'm seeing now. If Isak comes in, then it's a totally different ball game, right? But as for now, I think that will be what I would say.
Cheers for the sub. Cheers for the sub.
Thing we're doing there.
Yep.
I've put a thingy on screen, so if you let me know what formation, we can do one by one, like what we think.
Yeah, so I would say the diamond, so that would be a 4-5-1. It's not. It's a 4-1.
It's a 4-1 something. Yeah, I know it's 4-1-2-1-2 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
4-1-2-1.
Yeah, there it is. 4-1-2-1-2. Yeah.
Yeah, but in a kind of diamond shape.
Well, this one.
Go down.
Go down. The one. Keep going down. Keep going down. That one there. Yeah.
Oh, this
one. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
That's the one.
So, who you got in goal, bro?
Alisson.
Oh yeah, Ali.
Not maybe that's really no.
Not Darwin Nunes, no.
Frimpong.
Frimpong, you know.
Yeah.
Over Bradley already. Just toughen him up already.
I just talking like strongest. 11.
Yeah.
Strongest, right? Konate, Van Dijk, stoppers. Kerkez.
Left back, yeah, Kerkez. Yeah.
Even though he's not in yet, he's still is right. You have Gravenberch.
You haven't Grav there, yeah.
Yeah. McAllister and Soboslai either side. Wirtz 10. Salah and Gakpo.
Salah and Gakpo.
Yeah.
Salah and Gakpo up front.
Yeah.
Mine's gonna be completely different.
Ooh. What do we think though, chat, to his team?
It's not a bad start 11, to be fair.
So what I see here is Salah and Gakpo inverted as forwards. You have Kerkez and Frimpong controlling the wings. McAllister, Szoboszlai covering Kerkez, and Gravenberch dropping in between Van Dijk and Konate at times too as well. So that way Salah and Gakpo could kind of stay and be outlets for Wirtz to do his thing.
I like your team. The only things I'll wait till I do mine.
Yeah.
So
as I said before, what we have now, I think that is a good
Yeah.
For what we have now. If Isak comes in, if we get Alvarez, then it will change.
Yeah, 100, man. N90, what are you saying to JP's team?
No, his team
Overall.
it's a good team overall. I can see how that midfield works as a unit. And then Grav. I think Grav in that formation, Grav could be utilized more than the formation that Slots plays now. Because he wouldn't have to do as much running. He could just get the ball and keep the midfield ticking, controlling it, pass it off to Sobo and McAllister, let them do their job, because he wouldn't have to use his legs as much and get tired near the end of the season. So yeah, that's a good formation that he's got there. He got Salah playing up front. So that's not too bad. He hasn't got to do some. He probably would still drift out wide, Salah, because he loves to drift out wide, and that's when you probably get Wirtz coming in behind him to get the ball off and then hopefully do some assists to Gakpo, because I do think Gakpo's finishing is going to even improve the season coming, because it's a good team, man.
So, JP, is that, when you say about Gakpo, are you indicating that we're not going to sign a striker, or is that just based off?
Based off what we have.
Based off what we have.
Yeah, what we have now. Yeah.
Because I was gonna because I just wanted to double check. Do you know what I mean? Are you ready? N90.
Yeah, I'll play a 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. This one, yeah.
Yep. So we know the back line where you got the old guard, Alisson Becker.
Right about that.
It's just a tricky one. Put Frimpong in there. You know what I mean? Put Frimpong in there, and then we're gonna have Virgil and Konate.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Konate right. Yeah, and then Van Dijk left centre back, and then Kerkez, and I would have Grav and McAllister there. Them two. So Grav there, and then McAllister. I would have Wirtz in the 10. Me, and as we have standard now, I have Salah on the right.
Yeah.
And I would have Gakpo on the left. And I would have Diaz up front of how our team is now. That's what I would play.
I like that team.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Szoboszlai is actually needed in there.
You think so?
Yeah, because I'm thinking we know Gravenberch at times can get tired.
Yeah.
We will need Szoboszlai's energy, his pressing.
Yeah.
When Frimpong bongs forward, there's space there. I think Szoboszlai can do that job role where he tucks in there, pretend this is Szoboszlai. When Frimpong bombs forward, and then Salah will move closer to obviously goal. That's
Yeah.
what I'm like thinking. It's just a shame we have to play with 11 players. If we had 12 players,
Yeah, no, that'll be crazy.
Then.
But I'm just thinking of the way as Grav would have to just, as soon as he sees Frimpong bump forward, he just stick there, just don't move past the halfway line. That's what I'm thinking. Just stay on the halfway line, and I think he doesn't have to do the recovery thing if he's on the halfway line. If Frimpong goes up, that's what I'm thinking. In that way, but I feel like this formation benefits us quite a lot. If we was to get like a DM, well, Wharton would be a dream. So I'd put Wharton in there instead of probably Gravenberch.
Yeah.
And then that's what I'd have. But because we've got those teams now, the players now, this is what I would do, and then have some overlaps from each side, and just have Gravenberch stuck in so it makes like a back three when those guys go forward.
Yeah, I like the team. I do actually really like your team. It, like I said, I just, for me, I mean, I don't want to give anything away when I do mine.
Yeah, go on.
I do actually very much like your team. So you're thinking Wirtz is going to solidly play in that 10 and you're confident?
Well, yeah, it could be a thing where Wirtz plays left wing and then, Gakpo goes in there. Or you could put Mac in the 10 and then you could put Sabo playing with Gravenberch. You could do that.
Do you think, let's say we buy a striker, let's say we get TK, whoever, they start right up front.
Yeah.
Who are you playing at left wing? Because Diaz obviously won't be starting up there.
At this moment in time,
Diaz or Gakpo?
At this moment in time, Gakpo probably, most likely.
You also Diaz goal, yes. It was yesterday against Argentina.
No, I didn't watch it. I know that Fernandez got sent off. That's what I saw.
Okay, so go and see the goal. Go see the goal he scored against Argentina, and then come back and talk to me.
Yeah, let me check it now. Comes up. So as soon as you put Diaz, it comes up straight away.
Yeah.
You boys, let me know when you're ready for my team because I've got a few changes.
Yeah. What I would say here with N90 team while he checked that Diaz goal, because
Diaz scored a bad boy goal.
Yeah, because Szoboszlai benching,
he was doing this. That's crazy.
I would start Bradley in this team.
Yeah.
That's the only change I would make to this team. Yeah,
I was thinking about Bradley, but sometimes I want to see Frimpong in the shirt. That's probably I was just thinking.
Yeah.
That's why it is in my head. I want to see him in the shirt, but the most probably solid option because it probably could be a two attacking would be Bradley, and I do think that Bradley starts the season at right back.
Yeah. Because I think Frimpong actually plays right mid now for Holland.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So he's not even Dumfries is playing the wing back now or the right back. So I think Frimpong actually converting his position more to a right wing. So I think in the next 2 years, even when Salah leaving, I think we don't need to go and buy a right wing because I think Frimpong will just fill that role. Because he's doing it for Holland and he's looking pretty pretty good there too as well, right? So good.
Yeah, that's not bad. But Bradley would be the solid option. But you can, if you wanted to, I was saying before, you can put you could put Mac in the 10, Wirtz on the left, and then you could put Szoboszlai and Gravenberch in the midfield, and then you could put Gakpo. I don't want to see Gakpo up front,
Yeah, I don't think Gakpo.
I don't want to see Gakpo up front.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But yeah, each to their own. But it gives us options to think about. Though, now that we have these players, that's the thing.
Thank God we're not the managers.
Yeah, exactly.
A good headache to have. A good headache to have.
It is. I want to see Footy Rats team go on. What are you going to tell us? Show us.
I've got this team is based off if we're playing a team that is very much more attacking rather than playing with a low block. The team you just played, that is the team I would use if we're playing a Leeds at home where they're going to sit with a low block. This is the team I think that's going to majority play. So it'll be a 4-3-3, but we're not. I do think I'll get to it. So Alisson, I'm having Kerkez, Virgil, Canate. I've got Conor Bradley.
Yeah, big up Bradley.
And then I've got Maka, Grav, Szoboszlai, Salah, Gakpo, and Wirtz.
That's in the false 9.
How I'm explaining this is we're not going to get killed in transitions because we'll have cover. So Szoboszlai's not going to be as further forward. So he's going to be able to cover this space when Bradley goes forward.
Yeah.
Gravenberch is going to do that role where he sits in between the two centre-backs when we're on the attack. And then you've got Maka, who will obviously float around, do his role. Gakpo is going to be waiting just outside the box. So when those crosses come in, he'll be making those forward runs in the back stick, or he'll take on the ball. He'll have a shot on goal, create a chance. And I think Wirtz could do an absolute gem in the false 9. That's how I'm thinking. Then, because the reason why I think Szoboszlai is so important to this team in the way we play through transitions, through the attack, when defending, because I think we can all agree at the 3 of our midfielders, he's probably the best at pressing because he starts the press of the attack and his energy just carries on throughout the whole game. And him defending is not actually too bad because if we go back to pre-season and we go back to the latter of the few games, he was actually playing like in that double pivot role. So I think he's going to be getting used to that next season because that's going to be his new role. Because Wirtz, he's going to be playing further forward. And as Sob does defend for Salah when he goes forward, I just think it's very important to have Szoboszlai in this team. And I think the reason why I've gone with Bradley is because more teams will come to attack. Therefore, you would rather a more defensive, all-rounded fullback who can defend and attack. You go with a Frimpong to switch up games. If you want to put him at right mid, change formation, you want to put him at right back. If you're playing against a team with a low block with 20-30 minutes to go and you want to push to try and create more chances and get a goal, because we know he can score a couple of goals himself. Do you know what I mean? So what's your overall thoughts on the team? But big to views on sport in the chat, mate.
I would say out of all of our teams, this is what I have seen Slot intention or play style for next season. If you look at it when we won the league, this was the lineup apart from McAllister, Wirtz, and Van Dijk and Kerkez. Everyone here played in the Brighton game when we lost 3-2.
Yeah.
When you looked at that Brighton game, so let's take out Chiesa and you have Wirtz, right? Take out Elliott and you have McAllister. Take out Tsimikas and you have Kerkez, and take off Quansah and you have Van Dijk. That is the style I think Slot will want to play next season. And that's why I agree with this team, because I saw how we played against Brighton, and we didn't even have these players, and Brighton was overrun at times. They had a better second half, so that's why we end up losing the game. But from what I saw in the first half, we got a lead. This side here was giving Brighton a lot of pressure, and I believe that is the style that Klopp will want to utilize at times for the season. I could also see him using your formation in 90 for like the tough away games like a Man City and something like that, to play on the counter attack. And my formation is more of a experiment as of a diamond, and you have two strikers in the box with Wirtz shadowing behind, and you have your wing backs supplying crosses and stuff, right? So so I would say, just like how we have the order on the stream here, Footy's team is more likely to what we will see. Then your team will be what we will see in the away games, or the tough home games and away games. And then my team is like an experiment to see whether that diamond and the wing backs bombing up and covering midfield could work with the two strikers for like a plan B. Because what Slot has showed throughout the season is that he has different styles and different types of formations that he uses to get the best out of his team. And why I was so excited when I saw Slot earlier in the season was when I'm not sure if you remember the game when Robbo got a red card against Fulham early in the season. And Fulham players after the game said they felt like they were down to 10 men and they were playing against 12, right? And that was due to Slot's tweaking of the system and pushing those guys to the limits, and that wasn't even his players, and Fulham was feeling that way. So imagine when he gets his players, what will happen. So I mean, boy, it's good time to be a Liverpool fan, and I tell you, I can't wait for preseason and the season to start. How much more days before the fixtures come out?
Couple
7 more days.
7. Oh,
7, yeah. 7 more days for the Premier League fixtures come out.
Who do you want to get first day of the season? Do you want like a big game, or do you?
Nah, I want like
on the promoted side up. I would like to get promoted side.
Just a home game between a side that we favorite to win against, and then bring on anybody after that, right? So just to get that first win
out of the way
in Anfield, and just run with that momentum going forward.
Yeah, that's top. That's top. I think we're going to probably see some shock transfers after when the transfers opens up.
Yeah,
some shock ones. I think this season could be one of the hardest Premier Leagues to win if we don't get our transfer is correct. Because I think that all the other teams are strengthening, and this season is going to be very, very exciting. That's coming up.
So, obviously, before I went toilet, what was... Do you, at the 3 teams...
Yeah.
Now you've seen all 3 of you. Which one do you still think you prefer, your one, or...
Well, JP was saying he thinks your one might be the most realistic how Slot would set up. And then he said mine was how we would set up, say, a hard away game or a hard home game kind of set up. So we can kind of come back on a counter attack, and then he was mentioning his one might be like a more of an experiment, the diamond formation. But I could see Slot starting if we didn't get a striker. I definitely see Wirtz playing in the false 9 and this formation being played.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think. I'm just thinking. I think I just seen it. I like this team because we won't get as killed through transitions and keep the ball more whilst being able to attack. That's what I'm thinking of Fixtures out next week. Yeah.
Hmm.
Man United.
United first game.
Yeah, I want Man United. Yeah, give
Man
me Man
United.
United as well. You know who I want mine? We always get a newly promoted team.
Leeds.
So who's come up? You've got Sunderland.
Leeds got promoted, didn't they? Leeds and
Sunderland,
Burnley.
Leeds, and Burnley.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Burnley at home. Start off well. You know, Salah can bag a few.
Mm.
You know, Wirtz can have a good start to the campaign as well. So
we have Community Shield first game as well. Someone in the chat said it as well.
Yeah.
Community Shield.
Yeah, pre-season got confirmed.
Mm.
Like all the fixtures, I'll pull it up.
Really? Oh, good. Because I know we got Preston as the first home game we're playing, right? Is it Preston?
If I can find it, because I
think it was
bookmarked it. Oh, where did I see it? I saw it somewhere where
It might be on the LFC website. If it
where
is out.
all our fixtures literally. I'll type it up. But I know we've got Bilbao, you know, twice in one day.
We got played them twice.
Yeah. So we'll probably, here it is.
Two different 11s, obviously. Yeah.
So we got Preston.
Oh yeah, so it is Preston and then
Milan.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna try and pronounce that.
Yokohama.
And then Bilbao twice at Anfield, and then Community Shield.
Is that all the preseason games we're playing this year?
So yeah, we've got effectively 5-6 games.
Yeah, because Community Shield.
That's how much we normally play anyway. Because remember
Not bad.
I think last year we only played 4 or 5 anyway.
Do you guys remember we beat 4-0 Barcelona 4-0 with Marco Grujic? Do you remember?
Yeah,
at Wembley.
I thought he was going to be a baller, you know.
Yeah, Wembley. I remember.
Yeah.
No, because I remember I watched that one. My mum, I was like, what was it? My mum was having a tattoo in the tattoo shop. I was like, Mum, can I borrow your phone to watch the Liverpool pre-season game? It's Barcelona, Messi are playing Liverpool. Oh god, I think that's probably like one of my favourite pre-season games. Like growing up, like
big up Jordan. Yeah.
Community Shield, I always find like if you win it, you win it.
Yeah,
I'm not too asked.
We should win it. We should win it
though.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Wharton is playing against. Is playing with us against
Palace, isn't it? Yeah, we'll beat Palace.
Yeah, and I seeing Palace beating us, especially if we continue with the signings.
I ain't gonna do a super duper Mick and count it as a trophy.
No. It's just a good way to start off the season.
Yeah, it's all a pre-season. I couldn't give a fuck if we lost every game 5-0. If we lost every game 5-0, I wouldn't care. It's pre-season. It's all
it would be good for the watchalongs though. We'd be stressed out watching. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if I'm doing watchalongs next season because remember I did one of the watchalongs I did. Literally, I got raided as I did a watchalong, and like it was just full of people, just like.
No, but that's what they do, though, don't they?
Yeah, I think I might just do previews and match reactions and like roundups of the game. I might do watch-alongs. I don't know.
I'm definitely gonna try a few watch-alongs. I'm gonna try dibble in it, try to do it. It might be fun. It might be fun.
It might be fun.
Because if we lose.
Yeah.
No, because I remember in 2018-19, no, 1920, we lost every game.
Yeah.
And we won the league.
I was gonna mention that we had a bad preseason.
Like that's why I don't take as long as if we lose 5-0 every game with our main team, okay.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
But if we lose, I'm not gonna be asked. As long as our players are fit and healthy, then who's particularly really gonna give a sod?
Yeah, that's the main thing. I want every player that we get in be fit and ready for the season. I just don't want any injuries, man, or anything like that. Start the beginning of the season. That's what that matters. Hopefully everyone's healthy. Preseason is just to get fit, and then the real games start. We need to get a good start. I want in the first 4 games, I want 12 points. I feel like when we start off well in the league, that's when we do well.
Well, yeah, it's like this season when we tailed off. We had such a good start to the season. Like that's what. Preseason, we are using 100 players.
But it's good to see some of the young academy players as well. Any new ones that pop up, that's how I like preseason as well, because you get to gauge.
I want to watch training.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to just start being like
baller.
Be on
Same
the bench
with Rio as well.
Yeah. I was gonna say to you guys about Ben Doak before you guys shoot off. I actually want to give him a chance as a backup for Salah.
Yeah.
I know people don't want to like. But when I see him playing for Middlesbrough, I think there's something there in him.
There's something there, but
if we sell him, I just feel like we might regret it, because I think if we sell him to another Premier League club, and he starts playing well, we're going to be like, we're going to be scratching our heads. I'm telling you.
Nah, he's quality, but there is a kind of ceiling there that okay. So it's like, I'm not seeing him getting better than Gordon, right? So
it's not bad. It's not
I'm
terrible.
just saying that's not bad. I mean,
Liverpool
will always have quality players. So so it's. I mean, and would he want to go on another loan now? He's reaching that age where he have to,
because he's playing
the best thing to do is cash in on him, and
I would loan him if we're loaning him. Loan him to like a Leeds
or Burnley. See how he does.
Yeah.
See how he does in the Prem.
Because
I reckon he would take the loan to another Premier League team.
Yeah. And then he can't play against us too. So
exactly, yeah. I want to see him play. I want to see him play in a Premier League team, and I think then we'll be like, then we can see what he's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. Before we wrap up, anything more you lads want to talk about on today's show?
Everyone's
good.
I'm good, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, just one comment is a good preseason is embedding your new transfers and nobody getting injured.
Perfect.
Not what results.
Yep.
Right, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly a good time to be a Red.
Yep.
And it's certainly a good time to be watching Liverpool content. So make sure you're subscribing to N90 on YouTube.
Appreciate it, guys. Subscribe.
JP's got a channel coming soon.
Coming soon. Yeah.
Coming soon. Yeah.
I might stream myself today as well. I might stream myself.
Yeah. And then on the channel, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to do an early morning stream, because I think I've got some stuff I need to do in the afternoon. So I'll do a morning stream. Do you know what I mean? Big up to the chat, man. How many likes we got? 57. So we'll take it. If you haven't subscribed, people, make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well. These lads, good guys on the panel, man. Make sure you big them up in the chat. Do you know what I mean? And big up to Touchline Facts. Also, guys, make sure you subscribe to Touchline Facts. Good content creator. He's just hit 1K subs. He's a Man U fan.
Nice.
He's a Man U fan, but he's a good guy. So
well done on your 1,000
it's all right. So big up the chat, man. Quality stream today, and we'll be back tomorrow. Busy times as Reds. It never stops. Do you know what I mean? But big up to every single one of you. Big up to the lads, and we'll be back very, very soon on the channel. Take care, all.
Take care, guys.
God bless.